Hey everyone. Thank you so much, first of all, Team Facelift. I really appreciate me being here today and getting the chance to talk here. It's an exciting time right now for me personally. As Jan already said, I might become a father anytime now, but the following 30 minutes, I think I can spare. At least that's what my wife says. Now, what I would like to talk to you about is AR and AI, the dynamic duo of advertising and technology. And just quickly to me, I'm Jan Müller. I'm a senior manager in the advertising solution suite at Snap in Germany, and I've been with Snap now almost 6 years. And I've seen AI and AR at Snap really evolve significantly. So I can't wait to talk you through this. Now, the talk is called AI and AR, but let me start really quickly with the first animation, right? Sorry, I have some clicker issues, but that's me. So here we go. AI has been around for quite some time. And it's been, if you followed the tech industry a little bit, there's been Google DeepMind, there's Alexa. AI is at the center of technology right now, but it's also at the center of everything we do at Snap. When you think about AR, most people don't really realize that there's a lot of AI happening, machine learning happening right there. When you see the snap of myself here rocking the hat backwards, I don't look that old, I hope. Not even after a night out. I don't look that old. But this, in order to make me look that way, there's really impressive AI happening under the hood. First of all, you have to have significant and very advanced facial recognition software and machine learning algorithms that differentiate where they can understand where a face is on a screen, differentiate it from the background, from the neck, from the top, from my upper body. It needs to differentiate the nose from the mouth, from the teeth, and then apply effects to it. In this case, it alters my skin, it makes it look wrinkly, gives me age spots. It sees my hair and understands its color and changes it to gray or white. All of that is machine learning happening under the hood, and it not only happens on a single frame, it also happens live while I'm moving the camera onto my face. And this is where I think AR really becomes apparent in the context of AI, right? These four AR lenses are some of the most popular ones on our platform over the last couple of years. On the far left, we have me crying. On the second to left, we have my female twin. On the far right, I have me shook, and also me with a baby face. All of these experiences are machine learning applied to my face. The machine learning algorithms have to understand where my face is, where my facial features are, and then apply certain techniques to alter him, and that in real time, right? So AI is at the center of AR, especially when it comes to exciting features. This disgusted lens right here has really shattered all records with regards to usage. It has been used by 250 million Snapchatters for 1.5 billion times in the first 5 days that it was launched. So it really these AR experiences, especially the machine learning and AI powered ones, drive a lot of engagement on our platform. But this is not only AR experiences that are organic. It also comes to sponsored lenses, and sponsored lenses in these three cases can show different experiences as well. They can be applied to your wrist, to your hand. The AR experiences and the machine learning can understand the surfaces and objects around you, not just your face, not just your upper body, but even surfaces like the terrace I might have, that I might have in my backyard. So, by the way, no seeing. I should have looked into the other camera. Apologies for that to the tech people. That is some aspect of where AI really stands out on our platform. Now we've launched some other AI feature, and it's called My AI on Snap. My AI is an interesting thing. It's basically a generative AI chatbot integrated into my friends list. I can use it to, get some recommendations for restaurants around town. I could talk about it about my math assignment with this chatbot, but it can also, I personally use it to practice my Italian, because I just asked it recently if it can speak perfect Italian, and it did. And finally, we had a lengthy discussion around certain topics that I'm interested in, and I tried to do so in Italian. So that's quite interesting from my perspective. It's right there, and it blends seamlessly into my experience on the platform in general. Now, when you think at the next slide, it shows an interesting quote. It's from Kaiser Wilhelm, who the second, who people from Germany know. He's not quite the illustrious, positively annotated figure in history, and also this specific quote isn't a great one either. He was a believer in the horse, and he thought that the automobile was a temporary phenomenon. I think people who think that AI and AR is just a temporary phenomenon are Kaiser Wilhelm II's in this case. They mistake that something is here to stay, which is here to stay, for something that's going to go away. And similarly, about 94% of brands think AR is something that users just engage with for fun, that people just like to play with. It's a toy, right? But that's where the big disconnect is. Users think it's different. Users themselves, those people that actually do play around with AR, don't just play with it. They use it for shopping. According to some research, the number one reason why users play with AR and interact with it is for shopping. And that's a huge disconnect, isn't it? Right? As a brand, 94% of the institutions and companies that want to sell you stuff, brands, think that something that is meant for shopping, that users use for shopping, is actually just for fun. So we have the brand's perspective here and the shopper's perspective there. If brands were actually adopting the mentality that their users, that their potential customers already have, they could really make use of this great canvas. So we need to get over that significant disconnect. And there's a lot we can create value of and value for through AR. On the far left side, you see personalization. The product you see under the Christmas tree is a Dior bag that features the user's name on the in the video. In the middle, we can create branded experience. I can enter a virtual store and play around with products without having to leave the comfort of my home. And on the far right, we have a try-on experience for lipsticks. Let me start this over again. We have a try-on experience for lipsticks that allows users to play around with products and try them onto their face. And that's a great thing. That helps both for the top line as well as on the bottom line for advertisers, because if I try something on my face, on myself, I'm much more likely to actually purchase a product, because seeing it on myself means so much more than seeing it on some random influencer or random celebrity. But also, after I've seen it on myself, I'm so convinced of the product that I'm most likely not going to return it. So it helps both drive sales as well as reduce returns, which is so important. And coming back to AI and machine learning in AR, there's an interesting feature called True Size, which especially is interesting in the context of spectacles and glasses and sunglasses. Why? Because anybody who's ever shopped for glasses knows that it's not just important what their color is and how they look like in the context of what the shape is, but it's also important to know what the shape and the size of those pair of glasses would be on my face. So I have a pancake face. It's really important that I know if a pair of glasses is going to make my face look even bigger or not, and also if it's going to look small on my face or not. And with True Size, we can not only project sunglasses or glasses onto a face in the right shape, but also in the right size in relation to the face. which is really, really important for the user experience. So coming back to a core aspect of Snap, the river that runs through Snap is friendships. This is not a platform that that requires users to, get a followership of thousands of people or use it as a loudspeaker for themselves. This is a platform where you're going to engage with your best friends and family members. And what, various research papers already predicted and then proved is that friends are the most powerful influencers. Seeing and hearing something from a celebrity versus your best friend makes a big difference. And when it comes to research, Germans actually trust their best friends and say that their best friends have 4x more influence over them and on shopping and purchasing behavior than celebrities or influencers. And that makes sense. Intuitively, that makes sense to me. If my best friend says, hey, I've tried out this new product or this new service, it's great value for money, I'm super happy, and I would recommend you to use it for whatever problem or goal you have, I'd probably look into it, versus not as much if some person that I follow that I've never met in person in real life recommends the same thing on a video that I've consumed. And then also in line with that 75% of Snapchatters, or three in four, say that Snapchat is the best way for them to shop with their friends, even when they're not in the same room. And that makes sense too, right? This is a platform where you're going to engage with your friends. This is a platform about visual communication with videos or snaps or pictures in that case. You can snap a picture of your new pair of jeans or the pair of jeans that you're considering to buy and quickly get a recommendation if you should buy this from your friends. And this is actually key now that advertisers realize that this platform is truly shoppable. On the left here, we have collection ads, which is a format that allows you to tap into each tile at the bottom and shop from there on. And then we have on the right dynamic ads, which is a great hands-off way to have created at scale just from the comfort of your catalog feed. It pulls in the product picture, the product price, the brand name, the brand icon, and there you go with a final product, a final asset that you can use on our platform, but also target it in a retargeting or prospecting logic. So that's kind of neat. Now, coming back to some magic in AR and AI, I would like to show you this. For me, this is one of the most exciting technologies we currently have. It's called 2D AR try-on or AR images. What it does, it allows the try-on experience of garments, of apparel on my body without the advertiser having to have 3D assets created. This works completely just with 2D imagery. So an advertiser that may have thousands or millions of products in their catalog, they could never keep up with the production of 3D assets in the same speed as their catalog evolves, because hundreds of thousands of products might be going out of style, out of season, or out of stock before the AR assets for those products are created. This technology, 2D AR try-on, let me try to repeat that. 2D AR try-on solves that problem because it allows the AR experience, the try-on experience, just based on 2D imagery, which every advertiser has. They have a 2D imagery of their top, of their bottom, and it's not just, it helps everyone. The user can try on an apparel product from the comfort of their home, make a buying decision, and the advertiser doesn't have to worry about scalability of the try-on experience. And if you think that is magic, wait for the next thing. For me, this is truly fire. So this is what we call Swagamo. It's a pretty long video, but it allows me to tell you a story. What we allow here is the try-on experience in real time, without having to snap a pose that you just saw on the last slide. In real time, I can try out a top on my body in selfie mode. I don't have to snap a pose and apply it to a pose. It will be applied to me in real time in the video that I'm taking of myself, just like here. So this is not a picture. This is rendered onto my body as I move around, which is really, really interesting. So this pairs the scalability aspect of 2D AR try-on with the user experience improvements of 3D AR. I think this is awesome. But AR and these try-on experiences, they don't have to only live on the Snap platform. We've launched a new service called AR Enterprise Solutions, and you can have these AR experiences that you've seen on Snap on your own platform as well. And some advertisers are doing that already. So here we've got an example of the Fit Finder solution on the far left that allows me to understand not only what size I have, but have the true try-on experience of sunglasses with the true size technology. In the middle, I have a 3D try-on experience of shoes. Let me try to repeat that build in a sec. So in the middle, we have a 3D try-on experience of shoes, and the far right, we have a 2D try-on experience of clothes, and all of that within the app of that, or within the website of that advertiser. So AR and AI, this dynamic duo, it doesn't have to live and stop living on our platform alone. It can be extended to whatever real estate you have as brands. And at the end of the day, I kind of touched on it already. You know, being able to try out a product through AR raises conversion rates by 90%. That is almost a 2x of the conversion rate. And it makes sense. Again, seeing a product on someone else is one thing. Seeing it on yourself is something completely different. And AR gets so close to the physical experience of having it on you yourself, especially with beauty or garment, that I can make that buying decision, and I can make it in a convinced way, and I don't have to return. And coming back to where AR has to live or could live, AR doesn't only have to live on Snap or in the digital world. It could also be transported into the physical world. We have these AR mirrors that advertisers can use, or companies can use in their stores to have try-on experiences live in their stores. So here we have a try-on experience of somebody trying out suits in a store. Now, I personally wouldn't want to try out an expensive suit or a tuxedo in a store and buy it just from the try-on experience that I see here on screen. But you get the logic. Most stores, physical stores, don't nearly have all of the catalog of that brand's warehouse. So there's only like a percentage of every product you could be buying online is physically in the store. And for all of the products you don't have in store, you could have this 2D try-on experience in store to allow people to be able to say, we don't have it here, but you can try it on here digitally, and we can send it to you if you like it. So hopefully I've been able to get you some insights about AR, AI, and get you excited about this. I really want you guys to not be part of the 94% of advertisers who think AR is just for fun. No, it's not just a toy, it's a tool. And I would like you guys to use it. It gives you the opportunity to connect to life's realest moments. And yeah, I hope this was helpful, and thank you for listening.
Thank you, Jan. Great that you could finish your presentation and your wife didn't call you to become a father. That's for sure even more exciting than your presentation today. We have some questions from the audience. The one is, how does Snap position itself towards the metaverse? Is AR for you the way to go? Or to add a question from my side, if we look at new devices like the Apple Glass, the Apple device that was presented, is that like friend or foe? Because it could be a huge lever, but I mean, it's also, again, a different device that you don't own, where you have to build your success on. So what's your take on that?
Yeah, great point. So metaverse, we kind of struggle with the word metaverse, because if you ask 10 people what the metaverse is, you're going to get 10 different answers. So hence, we think people are vaguely talking about similar things, but not necessarily about the same thing. What I can say, though, is we see AR as being something different than VR. VR is virtual reality, meaning I'm creating a virtual experience that people are teleporting themselves to and are going to have experience a life or a part of their life that's not in reality, footed in reality. And that's kind of dystopic. It means I have to flee reality. From our perspective, it's kind of dystopic. But AR means it's just a digital overlay onto the real world. I'm not leaving this world that we love. I'm not leaving this space. I'm just projecting a digital aspect on top of it to educate myself, as a convenience factor, to have fun, or to just have a tool in real life to either allow me to shop or find out what the weather's like, etc. So AR makes me footed in the real world. And with regards to other companies venturing into the spaces of AR and VR, I think this is not a bad thing. This is a great thing, because as more and more companies out there venture into AR, it means it's becoming what we think it needs to become. It's the next logical canvas. We went from text communication to image communication to video, and AR is the next logical canvas. And as other companies venture into it, it means it's becoming the standard that we're all striving towards.
I mean, we all speak about AI these days, and many people also talk about AR. And I think you've shown some really great examples how to leverage these technologies in a new way. How do you see brands outside of this studio working on that? Is it more like a buzzword that everyone is talking about, and you are the ones preparing the ground, and hopefully other brands will then follow on what you've built? So is it still, do you have to convince brands to explore this new field, or do you see that there is kind of a rush and everyone is eager to do first experiments and projects in that field? Because it's so new.
Mm. Yeah, no, I know what you're saying. I hear you. The thing about about AI is I don't have the feeling it's truly new. It's become, since the dawn of ChatGPT and everybody playing around with it, that really made it a topic. Everyone, even outside the tech community, is talking about AI, but really AI has been around for a long time. Google DeepMind, for example, has been playing around with, has been beating chess champions and Go champions 7 years ago. So this is not necessarily something new. What's new is that everybody's talking about it. And I think it's a great thing that people play around with AI. Let's be honest, most of the time when people talk about AI, it's really just machine learning. So AI it makes it sound like we have a general AI that I can not only ask questions for directions, but I can also play a game of chess with, and I could have a great discussion about Immanuel Kant. That's far away from most aspects of AI. However, I think it's a great thing to explore, and I think it's also great that we're talking about it publicly, also with regards to the guardrails that might have to be in place.
Thank you very much, Jan. We don't want to steal more of your time. So firstly, we are already a little bit behind the schedule. Technically, you have something else to do today. So all the best for that. Let's give some emotions, some reactions. Maybe there's a baby emoticon, or at least a heart. So thanks for making it us here to the Facelift Summit today. All the best for you and your family.